Let's talk about something sneaky that looks like kindness, but it can actually ruin relationships. And that is white knighting, which is the urge to save someone emotionally, financially, romantically, like you are their hero riding in on a white knight to rescue the damsel or the dude in distress. So if you are thinking, yeah, but helping is good, right? Of course, helping can be good, but you really have to question, are you helping because they need it? Are you helping because you feel the need to be needed? White knighting often has less to do with genuine support and more to do with needing the feeling of being the helper, of the savior. It feels good to be the rescuer, and it gives you a sense of purpose and maybe even a sense of power. But it can create a dynamic where the other person has to stay broken for this dynamic to continue, this kind of feel-good dynamic. It can end up being a very unhealthy dynamic for both parties. It shows up, there can be a superiority complex, involved, or it can simply be, you may have been raised with someone in your family where you were a parental caretaker. You were more of the parent than your parent, and this is the dynamic you're used to. So it's something really to look out for. I get you do feel important when people need you, but when they stop needing you, you can often feel tossed aside, right? Unloved, invisible, or you may even feel resentment because you feel like, I did all of this for you, and now look how you're treating me. People can feel ungrateful to you, right? And so it's hard because healthy love isn't about being needed. It is about being wanted, even if you're not needed, right? You want your partner to thrive without you. Not because they're leaving you, but because you just created a safe space where they could stand on their own. So if you are stuck in this cycle, dating people that you can fix or rescue, pause and ask yourself, are you avoiding a certain kind of pain in your own life by focusing on saving others? Are you trying to rewrite your childhood wounds, by becoming the hero that no one was for you? This kind of dynamic often leads to, again, resentment, emotional burnout, and just really unhealthy power dynamics in relationships. And half the time, the person you're saving didn't even ask for your help. And you're solving problems they didn't ask you to solve. And then you're mad when they're not grateful. I don't mean this, and I'm not trying to point fingers. This is just a familiar dynamic to a lot of people. So if that is you, talk to your friends, talk to your therapist, start trying to recognize the patterns where they come from. That's the first step in being able to break that cycle. The strongest relationships are not built on rescuing. They're built on respect, on mutual support, seeing each other as capable, seeing each other as equals. So if you want someone to love you back fully, you're going to want to be their partner and not their savior, and vice versa. And if you're constantly looking for someone to rescue you, it is time for you to be your own white knight. You really do, because that dynamic is not healthy for your relationships. If you need someone to save you all the time, this is not a recipe for long-term stability and happiness and fulfillment for either one of you. So saving yourself is sexier anyways. So I hope that if you recognize either of these patterns in yourself, that you take some steps to try to figure out what's going on that is driving this behavior so you can break the cycle for the sake of your happiness and your partner's happiness, or your future partner's happiness.